Here I am, looking cray cray. I had my little headband on. I had my headband on today, so it didn't look so bad, but now it looks crazy. Anywho, I was thinking about making a video, so I'm just gonna go ahead and make one. Um, my experience living in a small town the saga continues. Um, Today I had another great day with like I said in the last video, I literally started making videos because I really thought that not just my well that I thought that my complaints or my getting rid of negative energy about things that I might have negatively encountered would not just help me to release some of that, but to also um, allow someone else to hear it and maybe it change things for someone else. Um, so, ever since I started deciding to video and decided to start journaling, keeping a video journal, I guess you can say, um, I have had nothing but positive interactions and great things happen. So to God be the glory. So I today, the one of the things that I had done that I did that I was really excited about, I even posted it on Facebook, like I will forever vote early. I voted today, and this is well before election day. The reason why I wanted to do it, well, I wanted to do it because I wanted to make sure that, my vote counted. There's been so many things that have happened, like natural disasters. Prayers go out to all those dealing with the the hurricanes that have just decimated some people's homes. They have taken waters have taken everything, floods taken everything people own. I mean, there's actually, I think, quite a few deaths with this particular hurricane. So people are truly, truly suffering, and my heart goes out to them. I wanted to go ahead and vote early because it just seems like there is probably people or something trying to come against this election. And so I wanted to go ahead and get my early vote out there, so just in case there was like you know electric out or whatever. And I don't think in this town that there is a lot of places to vote. It's like this one main place that people go in this town to vote. So I can't see anybody being so dedicated that, especially if it's, older people, like they like to get out and go to that ballot and go to that voting place and cast their ballot. And on the day of election, let's say the electric was out or there was some reason that they were not able to cast their vote on election day, well, I don't see people driving or going out of their way to go find or to go somewhere if something else was designated for them. So, anyway, one place to go vote, as far as I know. And so I thought, I'll go early. I was a little bit nervous about going early because I didn't know where to go, what to do, anything like that. So I asked my mom if she wanted to vote early. But I said to her, if you're going to vote early, just count me in and take me with you. So she was like, the next day, when do you want to go? Let's go now. Let's go first thing in the morning. So we went today, this morning. I met her at 9 a.m. They opened at 8:30. And we got to the courthouse and went through security. And like right on the first floor, right across from security, was a door that said elections. I was like, oh, wow. And we went right in there and took my ID. They took my ID. They verified my address. And I went over there and casted my ballot. And it was just that simple. And I was done in if not even 6 minutes. I had to read a little bit about some issues and levies. So I had to read a little bit, but I casted my vote and it was over and done with. And so now the only downside to it all, I was telling my mom, or I think I was telling my husband, the only downside to it is before I would vote on election day. So either that night or the next day, or, within a reasonable amount of time, you get to know what the outcome is. But I voted now, and I'm not going to get to know until next month. So, but I did, vote. And then another thing was, a lot of times I'll forget certain things, and I'll say to my husband, hey, who was we voting for such and such, or did you hear anything about issues such and such, And then he'll tell me, but this morning I went with my mom, and so I kind of took away his job. I didn't even think about that. He'll probably be like, But I just wanted to do it, and I wanted to get it done and over with. So I wasn't trying to take away his job. A lot of times husbands take pride in doing certain things, or you depending on them for certain things, and so I'll have to find something else for him to, for me to, for him to tell me what to do. Because it makes him feel better. It's not because I feel like he has to do that, but it helps keep, a great security with your man when you lean on him a little bit. And I'm married, and I like my husband to be feeling secure, to feel secure. So anyway, I had a great experience early voting. I just don't see myself as long as I'm staying in this town. Now, if I still lived in the city and I did early voting, which within the city, there was lots and lots and lots and lots and lots of places to go. Of course, you voted wherever your district is. But I think that the early voting center was somewhere centralized within the city. I never went there because I don't know exactly what it was called, but I had heard about it, and it was like the early voting building or whatever. And I had heard about it, but if I was to go to it, I would have had to know the address and know where to go. And this particular place that I'm thinking of would have probably been 25 or 30 minutes away from where I lived. Um, a little closer to where I had worked a majority of the years that I had lived there. But it would have just been not as convenient. Living in a small city, I literally walked in and walked straight into the elections office. And so it was a lot easier. So I'm very grateful about that. Um, so I'm sure that there's ups and downs with different, depending on where you live, depending on the population, how many people, you know what I mean? Like, there's a lot of things to take in consideration. But now, since I live here, it is absolutely doable. I will do it from here until I don't live here anymore. If I move back to the city, um, I don't know. I say move back to the city because I miss the city. I miss city living. I miss the food. I miss the convenience of being able to pick up whatever I want. Look at my hair. I can't just go and get my hair done when I want to. I gotta kind of rough it, which I could do probably more, but I could do better. But the other thing I did today, I worked out. I went, I don't know if I mentioned in the video, but I went to the hip hop class when I said it was high intensity and everything. I was more prepared, I think, because I at least had been moving a little bit more because I had been to the hip hop class and I had been to the swimming class. Now my body is like, okay, we're doing some, a little bit of movement. So I'm trying to keep it up. And I wanted to go back there because it's something about when there's music going and it's music that gets you hyped up, and they actually do clean music. I mean, it's hip hop, but they like have the clean versions of things, and so and they're not like the new type hip hop. They're like um actually she has some breezy. She plays some Chris Brown, but it was like from his first album. And I know that because that came out 18, 19, 20 years ago. Um, then I can't think. There were some other things that she played, but they were like older. They were like older hip hop type songs. Some I didn't know, some I know. But anyway, I enjoyed it. The high impact, and I had a plan. I was like, okay, I'm not going to be shy. If I need to take one of these chairs, because they have chairs packed up in the back of the room, I take one of these chairs and down, and I have a seat. And I did have a seat two different times, but I sat there for less than a minute because the music started playing and I wanted to dance with the music, so I got up. And that's why I kind of wanted to continue to go. I want to go back because the music is great motivation to move. And you forget about the fact that you're working out and everything. So, um you forget about it because you're having fun and people are high-fiving and screaming and hollering and not a lot, but like very, it's live. They got it dark in there. It's like the lights are going like you in the club. Lord knows I don't need to be thinking I'm in no club because I get the popping and locking and popping and carrying on. um but I'm there for fitness, and I'm not there for, popping and showing off nothing. Now, I get a few pounds down, I might need to reevaluate, make sure that my motives is pure. Right now, it's like, ain't nobody studying me. I ain't studying nobody. I'm just trying to get through the class. Even at and I was able to modify a lot easier, with having confidence in going and not being afraid. So I was able to modify some of the steps that was just they was flying across the room, and I'm like, okay, I'm not flying across the room. I'm gonna take some little baby steps though. I'll take some baby steps, but I'm not gonna be flying across no room. So modified, and I did feel it in certain areas like my hips, my knees, my ankles. And I was like, that's when I took those seats. But I got through the whole class. I got through the entire class, and I'm so grateful. So I already have kind of reached a goal. We'll have to talk about what I ate today. Um, that may be something I need to evaluate. Lord knows. I need to learn to have self control. My husband and we have a cleaning business. I'm partner in the cleaning business. Do I clean? I don't do none of that. I work where I work. I work with a group of group homes. Um, and I do that for a living. But I am a partner in the cleaning business. I just don't clean. My husband does all of that, and sometimes he has people that help him. But he has um a job, an Airbnb, the cabin that he cleans. Um, and it's near a Amish country area. So if you don't know, if you're not familiar with Amish, they have some of the best food. I mean, it's like the real deal. It's straight from from the meat to it's all homemade and all of that stuff. Like it's like, you know, salt of the earth kind of thing. And he went to the Amish Country Bakery because it's near where he goes and cleans. So, um, speaking of things that I've eaten, I had half of a donut. I ate that, and then that was a half of a donut. And I didn't realize that he had got me these. So I had to try it too. And I usually eat one thing. But for some reason, I think I was more hungry because of the working out that I did today. So I'll have to get better at this. But then these are pumpkin bars with some pecans on it. I don't know. It doesn't really translate much very good. It doesn't translate very good on this camera. But boy, let me tell you, them things is good. Them things is good. Are you heard? They are so good. So I did that today. I told you this is not about my weight loss journey. This is just about my experience. So we don't have to judge ourselves. But, if you're a praying person, pray for your girl because I need motivation. Prayer can change things in my life. I know I have to be the person that implements the change, but I really need a perspective change. I need to, a lot of times we eat and we just put things in our mouth and not even think about it. And just like today, it was just like, I don't normally eat more than one thing, but I'm going to today. And it just sounded like the best idea ever. I need to be in a place where I'm thinking, okay, this is not a good thing. So, anyway, they were delicious. Everything was delicious. They will be gone eventually, so I will be able to put a cap on that. Thank you for listening. I hope this helps somebody, my experience and things I'm doing. But yeah, that was the great things about my day today. So, have a wonderfully blessed evening or day, whatever you do watch this video. And continued prayers for those that are suffering from the aftermath of the hurricane. Our prayers and our thoughts are with you all and your loved ones. All right. Until next time. Small town to big city, just back to small town again.